Hey, everybody. Welcome to Don't Make Me Come Back There. We are a funny podcast about family. My name is Dustin Nickerson. I'm a stand-up comedian and the host of the aforementioned podcast. And alongside me, our state-of-the-art recording studio above Public Square Coffee in downtown La Mesa, California, is my lovely wife, my co-host, and my best friend, Melissa Nickerson.
Hey there.
Great to see you, Mel.
Great to see you,
I was going to cheer. We got a whole lot to get to today, everybody, but a quick cheers, everybody, with us, as well as our producer, Andy, Lara.
Heyo.
There's going to be a lot going on here today. First off, we have to acknowledge, I know everybody's thinking it. You're like, this looks very different. Yes, Melissa has challenged you to a duel.
I have a Shakespeare festival later today.
Yes, Melissa slapped me in the face with a glove, pulled out a tiny, thin sword, and is in her Three Musketeers era. Looked great.
Yeah.
You know what also looks great? This studio. Andy, Melissa, unbelievable work in here. Really, really good stuff. It looks so good. Sign looks great. And you guys can't see it, but Andy gave himself a real upgrade over there. It's a nice. There's a lot more wood in here.
Yes.
Got to turn my headphones here. I don't know how much. There's also probably some fake wood. Is this real wood or fake wood to my left here?
Don't even touch it.
Don't even.
It's gonna crumble.
Yeah. So
it's a prop.
The studio upgrade looks great. Yeah. Well done. You two are a good team.
Yeah, we do our best. We did great. It was.
Yeah, it looks really good in here. I'm really impressed.
It's the last minute stuff. You're like, okay.
Yeah, like what?
Okay.
Like the sign.
We're under the gun. Yeah.
like the sign
that went up
like the major
less
piece.
than an hour ago.
Yeah. And it's funny because we had to work around each other and that it's a very small room.
Yeah.
So we just kind of come and go and
Right.
you know, I was gonna say yin and yang. Yeah. I don't know. Like we're just
kind of
Sure.
weird
his
out,
stuff,
you know?
I did my
no,
stuff.
no conflicts.
Yep.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Great.
And I helped.
You did. You carried the book shelf up the stairs with Andy.
Carried the book up the shelf? Whoa.
Wait, what? Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't had my espresso yet.
Oh. I'm working late.
I'm an espresso.
Before we get into today's episode, Mel, tell them about our fan sighting in Ikea yesterday. This was very funny.
Yeah, so I was Sunday night at about 9 p.m. I was like, I need a bookcase tomorrow in this specific color. And I struck out on the websites, so I had to go to Ikea.
Right.
And for the first time I did an Ikea pickup. So you don't actually have to walk through the store and buy a bunch of other stuff.
Did you know you could do Ikea pickups?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So we didn't even know where to park or to sign in through the little app. So
Let me pause this real quick.
Okay.
Do you guys think Ikea was like, they were like, oh, everybody's doing pickup, we should do this now too? Or was Ikea actually probably doing pickup a long time, we just didn't know about it? I could see them being an early
speak
adopter.
to it. I mean,
Yeah.
I bet they've been doing it like
they've
10
been doing it.
years.
the reason, the reason I couldn't find a birch colored bookshelf at Target is because they have like 4 on the floor.
Yeah.
Like 4 total.
Mm-hmm.
And Ikea has a whole warehouse.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's great. The original escape room.
it was very convenient, but then you can actually stay in your car. They will actually like help you put it in your car.
Yeah.
We did not do any of that.
No.
So we're lifting. I'm lifting the bookcase over the cart.
I'm supervising Mel lifting.
And I missed it. And then this lady comes over and she's like, Dustin? And I'm like mid-lift.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing because I messed up.
Which, by the way, for fan greetings is not usually, Dustin is like, I know you.
Yeah, no, she knew you.
Which is like a compliment that she feels close to knowing me.
Yeah, so she said Dustin, and then she was like, do you guys need help?
No.
She did say that.
She really?
Did say that. You were shoving the bookshelf in the
hilarious.
car. And she's like, do you guys need help? And I was like, no, we're good. Thanks. And then she was like, I've seen you in the wild, or like, is this you?
She said like, oh man, it's your natural habitat or something like that. It was very funny.
She's like, are you gonna get this
assembled?
And we're like, no, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So it was very funny.
You know, very few places I would like to get recognized more than Ikea.
Yeah.
You know.
You're gonna be at that IKEA pickup.
Ikea
all the time.
Seattle sports games, and late '90s, early 2000s punk band concerts.
I just realized how I could fix this.
Oh yeah, Mel's. Yeah. So I got this. I was in Toronto this last weekend, and I've had this Toronto shirt, but I was gonna wear it on stage, or I was gonna wear it. I did a lot of stuff in Canada, and I was gonna wear it, and then I realized it's just a little too big, so Mel's been kind of tidying it up. I don't. No. Sure? Please don't do that. Okay. Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
I figured out how I could.
I appreciate the sentiment. I would, as a man with some pride, I would have let you do it before the episode, but I can't be on film.
I just got inspired.
I'll wear makeup on television. I won't let any video of me being put in makeup out. I have to draw the line somewhere. I have to still talk to my father. Mm-hmm. You know. But we had a great weekend in Toronto. Everybody, thanks for coming up. You know, I know that he knows I wear makeup. I know that he knows I probably moisturize.
It's funny.
But we can't ever talk about it.
The facade can only go so far.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, we have to see each other. So, anyways, everybody, thanks for coming out to Toronto. Great shows. Mel had a super chill weekend. She barely did anything. She was just doing the taxes, the studio,
handling the household and the children,
shipping children to various. I mean, Gloria's at a point now where at 2-day volleyballs because she's got her club. I asked her. I did the thing yesterday. Like, I feel like this is trying to be the best modern parent that I can, which is like, hey, if you are feeling burnt out, tell me. And she's like, no, I like it. It's different every day. Great.
So she is playing a beach volleyball team at her high school, and then she's playing a club volleyball team. It's a lot of volleyball.
It is a lot of volleyball.
It's a lot of volleyball.
That's Kelsey. She's good for 10 minutes late, so great. Yeah. She's very busy, but I was thinking about how like ADHD is good for a game like volleyball as opposed to like track because it's different. Every play is different. You know, every game is different. She's like, yeah, no rally is ever the exact same. I'm like, bingo dingo. But that's like there's all these articles like I always feel like there's a lot of like talking heads like on
ADHD.
TikTok of being like travel sports are ruining American families and you're like okay, this is getting to be kind of a hack take.
Yeah, it's been a big target.
Yeah. It's not that I'm not even saying it is or it isn't. But I don't really want to hear that take from someone who's not currently raising a teenager. Because, does that make sense?
No, 100%.
I don't want to hear your travel sports take unless you are currently raising a teenager.
I heard a sports mom online, like she coaches, and I think she played college sports, and she goes, I understand that travel didn't exist so much when we were kids, but it's changed now. They can't go play in the cul-de-sac. Like, these 13, 14, 15-year-olds, they need to be on travel teams. To make their high school teams. Right. And to stay busy. Yeah. Because, nothing like waking up at 5:45 on a Saturday morning to keep you... on the straight and narrow on Friday night. Yeah.
Yeah, there is some revisionist history of like, back when we had summers, we didn't travel for sports tournaments. And you're like, no, you burned the woods down behind your school. Yeah. That's what you did.
Yeah, you're sneaking out.
Yeah. This is my old bit of like you found a body in the
IDs.
Yeah. They used to make movies like The Stand about what we did during the summer. And it wasn't good. Like, I know you weren't busy, but it wasn't good that you weren't busy.
You could have been busier.
A little bit of busy is good. I think that travel sports are totally within reason as long as you are doing those touch points with your kids. Like our daughter had a travel sport that she got tired of, and we quit, and that's okay. You just have to be willing to let them quit, and you just have to check in with them. And that's what I was doing with Gloria, is like, if this is too much, tell us, because I don't care if you're not on your volleyball team, but you want to be on your high school volleyball team, and this is what it takes. And I also don't want to hear it from people whose don't have teens yet.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that I was guilty of, and a lot of parents are guilty of. If you're going, well, when my kid's that age, let's get there.
It's very easy when you don't have teens to be like, that's a bad idea. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very easy to say, my kid's not going to do travel sports when your kid is in a stroller.
And I will say, even with our first, we resisted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But he was able to find other avenues, and there's also a pandemic.
He also didn't want to play a travel sport that, like, was going to translate to high school for him.
Yeah.
Not every sport is a travel sport. So, guys, we're not here to talk about travel sports.
We're not.
We're here to talk about Girl Scout cookies. And I got us off the rails there because I wanted to talk about what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Studio looks great. You guys absolutely crushed it in here. We've got a busy episode today. We're going to hear from Kelsey Cook. Kelsey Cook has a new special out called Mark Your Territory. Unlike Aaron, hopefully I'm actually getting this title right of the special. I know it's on YouTube. I think it's on Hulu as well. You guys can check that out if you want. But yeah, and then I'm blown away by this. I'm so excited. Melissa has planned a Girl Scout cookie and coffee pairing. With all these wonderful drinks.
These wonderful cookies.
Made by Public Square, cookies made by Girl Scouts. I can't wait. Very full episode, so let's get to Kelsey. Great to see you. How are you?
It's great to see you too. I'm great.
Who's on your lap there?
This is Mia.
Mia, can we see Mia?
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you were dogs. Are you cat and dog? No, you're cat.
I'm cats, but Chad is dog. So when we moved in together, he has a golden doodle. I had the two cats.
Right.
Your blended
formed.
Family.
Yes. One household constantly covered in hair.
Yeah. Your house has a dog and two cats then?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How's that going? Let's just get into some household dynamics here. How are the cat? I don't care about you two, or his kids or anything like that. I want to hear about how the animals are getting along.
Oh my God. Well, it's been a journey. We've lived together for 2.5 years now, 2 years, something like that. And my cats are a little older, so they had never met a dog before. And our golden doodle's like a 50-pound dog. And so I'm pretty sure the first time the cats met him, they thought he was a dragon. Like, because they have no context for like what a dog even looks like. So they were terrified for a long time, but now they kind of run things and like, I don't know. I think our dog is actually scared of them now. So it's a weird power dynamic in this house.
Yeah.
Because there's two of them, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Cats are mean too.
That's great.
Cats, like, they have a bossy way about them. I feel like half my TikTok thread is, or FYP is like, look at this cat slap a seal in the face. And then the cat gets in the water. I mean, I can send you that exact video. I've watched it so many times. Did you grow up with cats? Are you a cat? We're a firmly rooted cat family. Melissa was cats. I was cats. Yeah. We had dogs, but my dogs ran away. So we're like, we're going to cats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of like made the decision for you.
My dog, it's a very sad story. I'm not going to tell it. The quick version is my dog literally chose a different family. So, but cats have been loyal to me. So,
oh my God. Now, do you feel like that has given you any abandonment issues in your marriage?
I have abandonment issues, but it's not because of the dog.
I've never heard of sort of, this sounds like a dad who left the family and then you find out later he had a secret family.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
Our dog did have a different family. It literally chose a different family. Yeah.
I just didn't know if that translates the same way as somebody who's like, it
didn't help anything.
Yeah. Oh, that's devastating. That's horrible.
It's all right. We've all got, superhero sad origin stories to do the job that we have.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I knew you were a cat person, Kelsey, because at one point in LA, you were like, I did it. I got the super fancy litter.
Oh, that's right. I
Cat
remember
litter,
this. Yeah.
the robot litter. You were kind of an early adopter
Yeah.
on the fancy.
Totally forgot about that.
Whatever it's called, the litter.
The self-cleaner litter,
litter
right?
robot?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was like, people talk about, oh, when you start to get more successful in comedy, what do you think you're going to buy first? And, so many people, it's like a cool watch or purse. I was like, I'm getting a litter robot, man. That was my legit first
Splurge. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not cheap, but like, I mean, if you have cats, for me, scooping the litter is like the bane of my existence.
Right,
it's just
right.
such a gross job. It's like,
And you come
always have
back
do
to it after being on the road. You're like, oh, gosh, the house smells bad coming in.
Yeah, there's like no reprieve. And so the litter robot, it's a gift that keeps on giving. It makes me happy every day.
That's so funny to walk into a house and be like, oh, man, I didn't realize Kelsey's got robot litter money.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's a weird flex.
Yeah.
But it was a good purchase. You had asked if I came from a cat household. So I came from a household where it was kind of like a small petting zoo where my mom just would like acquire all these different animals, like always took in stray cats. And then I had convinced her when I was 8 to let me buy a chinchilla at the Spokane pet store, which is like basically buying it from a carnival. It's like, this is not, we don't have papers on this exotic animal. There shouldn't be an exotic animal. There shouldn't even be pet stores. But this was like, in the 90s and in Spokane.
Oh, yeah, we've talked. Yeah.
The wild
the
west.
times have changed. Meanwhile, in the 90s on my side of the state, we had a gorilla at the mall.
Shut up.
Did you not know that? I've told this story on our pod a few times. The B&I Mall in Tacoma had Ivan the gorilla in a cage. Mm-hmm. So yeah, animal restrictions have come a long ways, protections in a couple decades. So.
Oh my God, horrifying.
Yeah.
But like checks out that it was Tacoma.
Yeah. That all.
Tacoma,
there's no
Spokane,
surprise there.
yeah.
Spokane, the gorilla wouldn't have been caged.
Oh, I know.
It would have roamed the mall.
Town Mall.
Yeah.
Really.
It's sitting
Playing on
atop
the
the
playground.
radio flyer scooter downtown.
Yes.
Or
100%.
So you got you're bringing in exotic animals into the home.
We were that household. It was like the extra white trash house on the block. Like always a bunch of toys in the front yard.
Yeah.
It was just, we had the dogs that would bark all the time. One of them got
Our neighbors
out.
loved you.
Our neighbors, we were like the number one most loved neighbors. Our dog got out one time and bit the mailman on that. And like he wanted to have our dog put down. And I mean, like we were those, it wasn't great.
Right.
But I mean, our pets loved us very much, but this guy, he was a sweet mailman and he had a booty and my dog was like, I'm getting that in my mouth right now.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. So yeah, lots of pets, lots of pets growing up is my point.
Yeah. Incredible.
Well, and then you had the yo-yo and the foosball table. I mean,
quite an eclectic
it was
color.
a circus.
The trumpet. I mean, you were an actual circus. Your home was an actual circus.
It was an actual circus. Yeah. It's people sometimes want to know like, oh, why did you become a comedian? And I mean, there are lots of reasons, but I also just feel like there was no hope for me to have a normal career.
Like 8 to 5.
My parents are doing such weird things. I wasn't
9 to
going to
5.
become like a dental hygienist,
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
You would have good stories as a dental hygienist, though. More exciting than most hygienists have.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It is funny.
Very different background.
It is funny that you describe your childhood, and I'm like, actually, comedian is one of the more boring things about you.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. I just went on Adam Carolla and we ended up talking about my dad a lot. And I got into, slam poetry champion, international yo-yo man, trumpet player in the Spokane Symphony. And I was like, you know what? You should have had my dad on. Like, I am the least interesting person in my family by far. Like, my mom's in the Foosball Hall of Fame. It's really crazy.
Right. We asked our fans Kelsey questions. And there were a couple. Two of them immediately went to foosball, which was like, okay, so how do you actually become a professional foosball player? And I think the key word there was professional. None of this is that they're full-time jobs, right? There's no.
Oh, it is.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how did I miss that? How does one? There's no D1 scholarships for foosball. There's no combine. There's no lottery draft.
No, it's not that many people who it's their full-time thing. It's really like the top % of the players out there. But if you are willing to travel to almost every tournament and you're able to take first or second place, you can make enough money to make that your career. And then you can get sponsored. I know that like some of the best players in the world have sponsors and stuff like that. So I don't think it's probably the biggest amount of money in the world.
Right.
I guess I don't know for sure, but it's pretty cool that you get to do what you love for a living and that it's foosball. So that's pretty great.
And they still love it. Like it's still super fun for them.
Yeah, as far as I know, I mean, I think it has to be to do it. It takes, I know it sounds silly, but it's like a hard lifestyle to travel to all of them. And these tournaments, it's like sometimes you're waking up at 8 a.m. and playing until 2 a.m. It's just craziness.
Well, and you have to be so focused, I would imagine.
Right.
Not to miss. I'm terrible at the.
Yeah. Please expand.
I'm going to keep going about how foosball works, but.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point. Well, it's true. It's some people like to get high and play foosball, which to me I don't understand because I feel like it's, if anything, like a cocaine game. Like you need to be so focused,
Right.
Yeah.
for long periods of time. It's so fast paced. The ball is constantly moving, so it mentally does take a lot of focus.
Yeah. Yeah. Unlike comedy, which you're like, I just got to be on for an hour.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm kind of like, there's a couple. I'll take a few jokes off here and there.
Sure, shave it off for time.
Kelsey and I have been. I have a tradition where when I'm in the Minneapolis airport, I'm like, "Are you going to be there in a half an hour? Are you going to be there in 45 minutes?" And we keep missing each other. And sometimes you'll be like, I'll be there tomorrow morning. Because I think I've actually left the Minneapolis airport 5 times in my life, but I've been to it 100 times. But it's going to happen one of these times.
One of these times, it's like the Office episode where they keep trying to wait for it to hit the corner perfectly, the screensaver. That's going to be us in the airport.
We're going to walk into that lounge.
Like, dude,
we
did it. It's going to be great.
And then be like, actually, we don't have anything to talk about.
That's not
not true.
No, it would be so great.
Another question we had was, how are you adjusting to winters in Minnesota? This is what the fans want to know. So I was in Toronto this last weekend.
So you get the cold and the dark.
Minnesota's a different kind of cold though than Spokane.
Yeah. And you're saying you were in Toronto?
Yeah, and it was tough. And and it was, I think it was actually colder in Minnesota than Toronto this last week as I was checking as I flew by. I was watching a lot of Minnesota-Toronto news in general, most of which I was seeing was not great. Planes were flipping over, frozen.
Gosh, I know.
That's not a lot of good news coming out of there, but how are you adjusting to your winters out there?
Well, can you tell that the life has left my eyes? Can you
Do you got any artificial lights like you had to have those in Seattle too.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
did.
Happy lamps?
Chad got me one for Christmas.
Okay.
Because I had suggested that as maybe I should get one of those. Because it's weird. It's I never thought of myself as a seasonal depression person. And it really, it's not until you are fully in survival mode, it feels like, for months that you're like, yeah, this isn't easy. This is a really tough transition from the summer months. And when was it? It was maybe 3-4 weeks ago. It was -18, feels like -26. And these are temperatures your body has never experienced.
Right.
You're out in it and you're like, oh, this is the sort of thing where if something were to go wrong or you were locked out of your house, you would die. You actually cannot be in those temperatures for long periods of time.
Forgetting your keys is lethal. Yeah.
There are signs on the freeway that say if your car breaks down, stay inside to stay alive.
Oh my god.
Don't get out of your car. I mean, it's crazy to me. So I love Chad very much.
Yeah.
Everybody's always like, dang, you moved to Minnesota, you must love it. I'm like, yeah, this is a crazy place to live for sure.
Yeah, I had that thought. because I only experience winter on the weekends for a couple months a year. And, 'cause,
Yep.
you know, you lived in LA for a while. And, yeah, you go out. And I had that thought walking these streets where you just go, like, how long can I be out right now? You know, like, you go on a walk and you're like, I don't think I can stay out much longer. Like, it's going to, something bad's going to happen.
This is unnatural. It's crazy. My skin is just like peeling off my body. Yeah. Every part of you doesn't know how to handle this sort of dry, cold weather. It's a lot.
I feel like such a creep when I'm in these cold climates too, staying at the hotels, because I keep going to the desk like, can I get some more lotion?
Oh my God.
I'm just
Please
constantly, more lotion, please.
Please tell me that you are like opening with that.
Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay, it's
More
so
lotion,
funny.
please.
God, that's hilarious.
Not anything weird. I just need it for my whole body. And Vaseline for my lips and fingers exclusively, please.
Oh God, that's so funny.
It's just, you just feel it immediately.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a lot.
congrats on the special. Mark your territory, right?
Thanks. Yeah.
I see it's doing really well.
Thank you.
Where'd you record it?
I recorded it at Comedy on State in Madison.
That's great. Yeah. Did you intentionally release it during a season you knew you were going to be depressed? so you could get some dopamine,
Get a little-
endorphin hits online at least.
Juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's so funny. I mean, I know you know how this is releasing a special. It's like there's so many factors. Like by the time it got finished with the editing and then sent to the streamers, then it was like the holidays, and you're like, do you want to put it out up against these other special? Like, there's never a perfect time to release a special. So eventually we're just like, we just gotta put it out. And if there's competition, there's competition, but like we just need to get it out.
How long ago did you record it?
I shot it last April, so it came out like 10 months after.
Oh yeah, so that's been in the hopper for a while.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, and you're like, you just, I don't know if you feel this way, but I was really running out of clips to post, and I was like, I need this special to come out. I need some new clips, but it timed out kind of well in a way because I'm on tour right now, and I was able to get this new. It's like a new 50 minutes I'm doing on tour.
Yeah,
at the same time that the special came out, so I could actually tell people like, you can watch the special and come see me live, and it will be different. So if it had come out earlier, I couldn't have said that. It still would have been some stuff.
That's great. And I'm sorry, I'm only looking at your cat now. For those of you not watching, this is one of my favorite things about
adorable cat.
COVID is now we do like cats and animals, and they've become a part of media.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. This is a good lap cat. Like, cats don't love being held like that traditionally. A belly rub on a cat. I've never seen a cat accept a belly rub.
Oh my gosh, she loved it. If I could carry her around in like a baby swaddle all day, that's what she would prefer. Like, she hugs me like a koala every morning and gets
sweetheart
and gets upset if I don't. Like, she's a Siberian cat. I mean, I got her at a rescue event in a Petco in North Hollywood. But she's a Siberian, which is apparently this very dog-like breed, and they're just the best. I cannot recommend them enough.
We have our cat. We have two cats.
We have Bombays.
We have Bombays.
They're black.
Oh, yes.
Fritter and Donut Hole are their names. And
Shut up. Cute.
Fritter, my dad always said about Fritter, like, he's got some dog in him. Like, he would walk the kids to school.
He greets everyone.
Yeah, he's a little older now, so he's not as active as he once was, but he would like to, we live on a fairly walked street, so he would sit on our front lawn and have kids come pet him, and like, he's very, very social. And then the other one,
it's just a scaredy cat.
Well, he's your classic, like, I was born under a shed, and and take it away from my family. I don't trust anybody, and
Oh my God, so funny. Yeah, that's our other cat.
Yeah,
she's like afraid of remotely loud noises. I mean, it's like nothing.
Yeah,
I get like a piece of tape and the sound of tape coming off the roll. She'll like hide for a half hour.
Yeah.
What's going on here? And me is
Right.
unfazed by everything.
See, this is. I feel like cats have this. This. I know we were getting some good thumbnails that our producer Andy can use here. Yeah. I feel like cats have this stereotype of being apathetic. But I've
Right.
never had an apathetic cat. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had like towards us that they're either super friendly and loving and want this, or they're kind of jittery and scared, you know.
Yes.
But I've never had one that's just like indifferent to our existence.
Or mean. I know that some people are like, oh, I hate cats because they,
Yeah.
you know,
Zol-
were just mean to me. And
Our buddy Zoltan has a mean cat. There's some mean cats out there.
Okay.
Yeah. But you
Yeah.
haven't had one.
I haven't had, and I know they exist. I do get that, but I also feel like you, in general, like you get to choose your cats. Like if it's a mean cat, why? Like I don't know. I just feel like I always
Just
see a cat and I'm like,
throw
oh,
it
so
out.
Sweet.
Never get it.
Throw it out.
Throw it out in the winter in Minnesota.
No, but I don't know. I'm just like, where are you guys finding all these mean cats? I
Yeah.
just feel like they're harder to find.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Tomlinson.
We just got lucky.
The reason that I was thinking about you being a dog person is Tomlinson and I were talking the other day, and you know, what's just funny is I saw a comment on YouTube yesterday on our episode goes like, "Are they contractually obliged to mention Taylor every episode?"
Yes.
I spent a lot of time with this person. She's like a sister. I talk to her all the time.
Yes.
But
Seriously,
she
yeah.
said like, she's like, yeah, Kelsey's like living this like normal life and loves it. She said like, Kelsey's like making friends at the dog park. That's why in my mind I was like,
Yeah.
so maybe that's true or not, but like you are, it is. You I feel
That's
like you're living a
funny.
life similar to what we have right now, which is like
Yes.
you have one life in normal, 1 foot in normal, and 1 foot in entertainment.
God, what a great way to put it. Yeah. I haven't made friends at a dog park, but I have made like just, you know, normal friends here, like who are
Yeah.
not in entertainment. And I really like, I love coming back from the road and kind of checking out of entertainment. And I'm like, Chad, we will feel like we're like old retired people. Like we play pickleball. And,
Yes.
I don't know. I love it. It feels so nice to have these sort of normal things, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Overall, then, you know, I know if you can say anything positive about your life right now in Minnesota in February, then you're clearly happy there. Because if I'd have hit you in May, then you'd be like, this is paradise. I love it so
man.
much here.
Yeah, it really is great. I mean, I give it a lot for the weather, but honestly, it's like, what a fun sports city to live in. You
Yeah.
have so many. It's like we can go to a Wild game. We could watch
Yeah.
the Timberwolves. We got the Vikings. It's like
They're never
there's a
gonna.
lot
They're
to
never gonna
do.
win.
They're never gonna win, but
they are great to see.
to root for. Yeah, it's the people here. I think you know, they have all those viral things on Instagram where it's like, which city has the highest work-life balance positivity ratio,
Yeah.
whatever the hell. And they always say that Minneapolis has the highest. I
Yeah.
think it's people who like are willing to work hard at what they do, but really like to play hard as well and like go do recreational activities. And
That's great.
spend time with their family. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like good people here.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Have you talking to you like give you just this little impression here? People always say like, dude, Minnesota, Wisconsin, it is so hard to sell tickets here in the summer. And
Yeah.
and now just even hearing you talk about your life right now, because there's like a longing for the thaw and like the idea that you would go to a comedy show on July 11th on a Saturday, you're like, absolutely not. I'm not going indoors.
Be outside.
Oh, death sentence. Yeah. I get it. I know that. I mean, like I was definitely there, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago where like you're not getting offered the good weekends. Like
Right.
you're having to say yes to certain markets in the summer and knowing that you're not going to sell tickets, but you just want to get in at the club. So it's like sometimes you have to, but if you have a choice, yeah, I mean, never perform here in the summer. It's, everybody's at the lake.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be outside because
Yeah.
like we actually really need it. It's such a long winter here.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, I'm glad you're happy out there. I'm glad your cats are doing well. Congrats on the special. It's
Yeah.
great.
Thanks, guys.
Always nice
Thank
to
you
see
so
you.
much.
I'll see you in your
Yes.
airport soon.
Okay, so it's so good to see you guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
too.
see you,
All
Kelsey.
right.
Melissa is has been incredibly hard at work in this studio and for this Tuesday.
I haven't. Do you want to do dates? Because I'm going to get my...
Skip it.
we're
They're on
gonna
the
skip
website. Let's get in
dates,
there.
And we're going to skip our Patreon.
Come see me in NorCal this weekend. Santa Cruz, Petaluma, Berkeley.
That's right. Okay, let's get right into it.
Guys, Melissa has done... Oh, you set it up.
So my good friend Lara, shout out Lara, and I developed a Girl Scout cookie and coffee pairing.
This is I can't believe you guys are getting this for free. Melissa's just giving this to the masses, a Girl Scout coffee pairing.
There's a coffee cookie menu right here.
Yeah.
And so everything is paired. We've got 9 cookies and 9 coffee drinks.
Can we get a camera shot on? Can we see this tray?
I did take a photo of it.
Oh, you got a photo.
Take
You
a
have to
pic of
send
it.
that, but
Yeah.
I mean, we can put on screen the actual setup here we've got for the.
So we have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we were supposed to have 9 Girl Scout cookies each. We have 8.
8 made it into the office.
Because we're very confident that one of our children, Gloria, took the Thin Mints out of the bag this morning.
We did a family tasting last night without coffee, and boy, what I mean by that is like 1 out of the 3 of our children came in and out of the room because you can't really get all 3 of them in the room.
What an
right
episode, though, you guys. We have Girl Scout cookies, and we have Kelsey Cook coming here.
We do
real soon. So.
Yeah. So let's just get started.
Yes.
Our first
this
cookie.
is the best
I know.
Hold on.
It's the best.
I need a Lactaid.
Okay.
Do you have a Lactaid? Before we get started here, I did need a Lactaid.
Need to give a shout out to Public Square.
Oh, all the shout outs to Public Square. So this was, the Public Square prepared these for us and just had it almost pretty much waiting here for us, which is fantastic.
Judah, and then 2 of the baristas just knocked it out.
Pounded it out.
Yeah.
So kind of them. Just such a great cop. Anytime you're in San Diego, come to Public Square. You get. Oh, they just opened a new one in downtown
They did.
too.
Oh, did they?
In Little Italy.
Oh, good spot.
So if you landed in San Diego, you're by Little Italy.
You gotta check out Public Square. Okay. First up is our Adventureful.
Okay, so what is an Adventureful? An Adventureful is...
So it's a brownie inspired cookie with caramel cream and sea salt.
Is this a newer Girl Scout cookie?
It is. I want you to take a bite of your cookie and then take a sip of the coffee pairing.
Which is an iced latte.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try not to chew on Mike because nobody wants that. So this is just a regular iced latte.
Take it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice.
That is nice.
That's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I'm getting hints of adventure.
A lot of adventure.
There's so much. I feel full of adventure.
I feel full of a brownie cookie.
Here's the
It's
thing.
a good cookie.
Here's the thing about
Chocolate and caramel.
Here's what I'll say about Girl Scout cookies. There's clearly a couple best, but they're all great.
So there's kind of a top tier, which is the Thin Mint Samoa and the peanut butter, probably the tag along.
Just call it the peanut butter.
Well, there's 2 peanut butter, but the peanut butter with chocolate.
Right.
Those, I think that's tier 1, but then tier 2 and 3 are also awesome. Mm-hmm. So Adventureful, I think that's one sticking around.
Right.
It's quite good.
Yeah, like if the Girl Scout cookies are Pixar movies, there is no Cars 2. There's no clear.
Well,
There's no bad one.
Clear loser.
If
the s'mores one a couple years ago was not great.
Okay.
It did not
that's
stay.
It didn't
true.
make
Did not stay. The lemon one has cycled quite a bit. This one I like.
But this is what I like about, why the Girl Scouts cookies, they remain competitive. They're like the English Premier League where they relegate the worst teams.
Yep.
So if you don't finish high enough, you get kicked out. And that's competitive. That's good old fashioned American competitiveness
life
that I like
lesson.
to see, even though I literally compared it to an English league there.
All right. We got Toast Yay.
That's the one that looks like.
Was
a
it
piece of
toast?
toast.
Yeah, or toast? Yay.
I don't know. Toast yeah?
Toast, yeah.
Toast, yay.
Toast, yeah.
I guess it's yay because it ends with the Y. That's
Yeah.
Toasty?
I don't know what
Toast
challenge I
yay?
get.
I don't know.
So this is.
Here we go.
This
Up
is
to
gonna. This is
interpretation.
like. This is supposed to taste like French toast. This is
Yep.
new. I've never.
And
even
then
seen
they've
this
got
one.
icing. Like a cookie icing on the back.
Oh, I've smelled this kind of cookie before. And this is with a brown sugar latte.
Mm-hmm. This is a hot latte.
Oh, this is hot.
This is a hot latte. The first latte was iced.
You're drinking it when some's still in your mouth.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's a lot of brown sugar.
That's how Laura and I created it. Mm-hmm. This tastes like the brown sugar Pop-Tart.
That whole
the
combo?
pairing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Mm-hmm.
I just got diabetes. Type 1. I skipped 2. That had so much delightful, wonderful sugar in it that I was suddenly born with diabetes again.
So the icing on the back of the French toast cookie is really good. It does. There's a Pepperidge Farm cookie that has that.
I feel there's some cinnamon that comes through.
Yeah.
On that for sure. That's real
it's
nice.
French toast.
It's the best. This is the most engaged we've ever had Andy on this episode. You've been hanging with us for years. This is great.
Andy is the ultimate foodie.
Okay, so this now. Okay, so now we're getting into stuff I don't think I'm gonna like. Because
Sure.
I'm a traditionalist, Melissa. If I go to a donut shop, what am I getting?
A glazed old fashioned.
Glazed old fashioned or maple bar. Someone's like, get a green tea donut. Ugh. This one tastes like ivory. What?
Yeah.
But so now we're getting into some flavors that I don't traditionally get down with. I like shortbread, but this is the lemonades.
This is not shortbread. I guess it says it is.
Yeah,
Shortbread.
it says
Okay,
it's shortbread.
my bad. I thought it was a lemon cookie.
It is.
No, I know. I thought the shortbread was lemon though.
So this is shortbread with lemon icing
The ice. Trust me, the icing is really good.
and iced hibiscus tea.
Yeah, and it's actually elderberry hibiscus.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go. There you go.
That's good.
This is an iced tea. This would be number 3 for you, Andy. Yeah.
Yep. I feel like this is gonna be promising.
Oh, that tea's good. It's refreshing.
I like the cookie. I can't get down with iced tea.
If there was a regular tea time in Mexico,
Yeah.
that would be it.
Yeah,
it's
that-
refreshing.
This
it's
does feel like an
tasty,
afternoon
it's-
snack.
Yeah.
That felt like I just had something brought to me at the end of a meal. You're like, all right.
Summer.
Kind of a palate cleanser.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
You know, like some, they're like, all right, now you can wash your hands, and here's your iced hibiscus tea and your lemon cookie.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's very, very good. Now, okay, now talk to me about this next situation.
Okay.
This is the one I'm most
I know.
interested in as
This
far
is
as
this is our hot tea option, and we've got a shortbread. So we went
Who named this? Gandalf the
traditional.
Earl Grey.
This is Public Square. Public Square has a Gandalf the Earl Grey
Great.
hot tea.
Okay, so this is the, how do you say
This
the
is the
trefoils?
trefoil. It's the Girl Scout shortbread
Right.
with Earl Grey tea.
I mean, these are so thoughtful. These pairings. You guys.
Yeah, Laura was my secret weapon.
I've just noticed that you've been getting all the first drinks lately.
Well, I'm grabbing the cup. We had to share.
This tastes like tea time in England.
Yeah.
This is what
100%.
this- yeah.
Yep.
What's actually kind of nice, if you get the bite and you just get the aroma of the tea,
Yeah.
that is its own thing.
Yeah.
I know. I forget how strong Earl Grey is. I used to drink it in college.
So now we come up to this predicament here of we all have to remember what a Thin Mint tastes like. And our daughter
Yeah.
Gloria can tell us.
Yeah.
This is a really thoughtful pairing that you guys are doing here. This is great.
So the Thin Mint was kind of the gold star, the
Yeah.
North Star, whatever I'm thinking here.
Both of
and-
those work.
They both work. And I love Public Square's iced pandan latte.
That's your favorite drink they have here. Yeah.
Yep. And so pandan is like a Southwest Asian flavor. It's kind of nutty, toasty. I think it's a little similar to matcha.
Yeah.
So if you like matcha, you might want to try out the Public Square
It's also a Pokemon.
pandan latte.
I think.
Is
Type in Pandan Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it's Pokemon. I'm like 95%
So
sure.
because it's my favorite signature drink at Public Square, we wanted one of the cookies to get paired with it.
Pancham. Sorry. Yeah. He's a little panda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was tricky, so
I remember what a Thin Mint tastes like. I've eaten 600 Thin Mints in my adult life.
all right. So you can have the first sip.
Yeah.
Ice pandan latte.
You know what that would go well with? A Thin Mint.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine it.
You know,
I think what's interesting about that flavor is that you don't often think about like peanut butter or marzipan or almond with mint. So
Right.
it's actually
Yeah.
kind of a new little flavor combo there.
would you guys, I don't know if this is intentional or not, would you guys agree that Girl Scout cookies, how do I say this the way that I want to? I think that Girl Scout cookies are strategically timed to come out during the most depressing time of the year.
Oh yeah. I also think they come out this time of year because they won't melt in a car.
Oh my gosh. Who's smarter than the Girl Scouts?
These marketing gurus.
Unbelievable.
For one, they're not offered year round. It's like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's tax season.
It's the most depressing 6
It's
weeks,
dark.
too.
Yep.
Football's over. It's dark.
Christmas is over.
We consider this kind of be the most depressing sports time of the year. Mm-hmm. It's busy. It's tax season. And then...
It's very dark.
And then
winter.
a hero comes along. And it's just Girl Scout cookies.
Yep.
It's just so perfectly timed, getting better, just the little joy and
they
their
know what
little
they're doing.
green sash.
They know what they're doing.
I'm just such a fan. Because you forget about them every year.
You do. Yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, when will I have another Girl Scout cookie? Late January,
We all forgot that the
early
last
February.
box comes with that little Men in Black pen.
Yeah. That's very funny, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like the Girl Scout cookies and the McRib are just these like little surprises that come every once in a while, and you're like, you're here for me.
Apparently it can really help your happiness if you celebrate seasonal things.
Oh yeah? Well, here we are. That's wonderful.
I love that.
We're
Yeah.
so happy.
Yeah, I'm celebrating.
Awesome. So let's move on to our 6th cookie. It's peanut butter patty,
We got 4 left.
which is also called the tag along.
Which is probably I'm arguing that the tag along deserves to be top tier now. Because everyone goes Thin Mint Samoa. I think the tag along is a top tier cookie. I think
Yeah, I would put it as
My
top
vote
3.
last year was because that's my top cookie. So
Yeah. And you guys can we have 2 drips. Yeah.
yeah, the disrespect on the tag along, like people talking about, I don't know, that, oh man, let me get this Thin Mint Samoas. Tag along is right there. It's just like the forgotten child. It's like the middle kid. And people forget.
It's a peanut butter cup, a Reese's, like a thin peanut
It's
butter
so
cup
good.
with a cookie.
Oh.
Like, so it's kind of like Snickers. It's got the crunch
Yeah.
and the peanut butter and
I
chocolate.
want emails on the don't make me come back there at gmail.com. Get on the Facebook group. Give us a definitive ranking here. Do the tiers list, not your 1 through 9. Well, you can 1 through 9 it if you want, but I think of it in tiers. And I think the top tier is you've got
Samoa Thin Mint tag along.
you got to put tag along
Yeah.
in there. It's so good. All right.
All right. We're moving on
Here we
to
go.
7. This is the
Classic.
Caramel Delight Samoa. And then we've got a Cortado,
No, Gibraltar.
which is called the Gibraltar at Public Square.
Oh, okay.
We do honey, cinnamon, milk, and espresso.
This
in
has
that.
already been, and this is what Melissa has every week, by the way.
This is my pre-game for the podcast.
Man, the Samoa is so good that it makes me almost take back what I said about tagalongs. Like I hadn't had the Samoa yet, and then when you
This
do,
year.
you're like, tagalong is nothing. Can I have a drink?
Samoa's everything. Sorry,
It's all right.
Samoa's everything.
All that
the
means-
drink is really bright. Like I didn't realize how bright and acidic this is.
Man, we
Against the sugar, it actually almost like cleans off the entire
Man,
like palate on the.
I am buzzing right now.
Woo!
All right, 2 more. So this is the peanut butter sandwich one.
It's pretty self-explanatory. However,
This is how great peanut butter is, by the way. Made it into like 4 of the Girl Scout cookies. It's great.
it's an oatmeal cookie
Oh.
with a peanut butter center.
This is your grandma's favorite cookie. Your grandma loves this. Oatmeal, peanut butter, stale. This is the texture of a Scotty.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry.
it's all right.
This is the texture of living through World War II.
Yeah. This
a survival
This is a
cookie?
Great Depression cookie.
Now we paired it with a dark chocolate mocha, but at Public Square,
I've not had a mocha
I know.
in 15 years.
the
Whoa, those are good. You ever had mochas? Oh my gosh.
the dark chocolate mocha from Public Square is not too sweet. It's like
That was pretty sweet.
no, but as far as mochas go,
Yeah.
they do it right.
As far as pairings are going, this is up there for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
That was
Like
good,
as
yeah.
far as we're talking about actual pairing,
Yeah.
that's coming in pretty
That was
strong.
all Laura because they're both subtle enough
Yeah.
that they work.
All right, let's do the last one. Pick our
Yep.
favorites and then get on with Kelsey Cook.
Let's do it. All right, so we've got the gluten-free caramel chocolate chip, caramel chocolate chips, and a hint of sea salt. And we're pairing that with a vanilla latte.
Yeah. The latte
nice.
is delicious.
That is nice.
I think that latte would have been good with any of these cookies, though.
This was Cookie Crisp, the cereal. Because the cookie
Yes.
is like the same thing.
Yes.
It's like gluten-free, crunchy, almost stale tasting. But
Yeah.
then this comes in and kind of saves the day.
the vanilla,
Yeah.
yeah, and the coffee.
Yeah.
It does taste like cereal, like cookie cereal.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
think at the end of the day,
Because I opened
Yeah.
that bag last night. Those are fresh.
these are some wonderful pairings.
Scary.
These are some wonderful, wonderful pairings. And I want to tell you guys, Girl Scout cookies are great. And Public Square coffee is great. Every single
Yeah.
one of these drinks I liked.
Yes.
I liked every one of these drinks. And this whole situation is great. This is wonderful. This is my birthday. This feels fantastic. I'm going to
Oh,
say
great.
taste is all very subjective. When all is said and done, my most pleasant experience and the one I would be most likely to have is a drip coffee and that peanut butter cookie. I would have tagged along. I would have delicious. I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Do
Say
it.
yours and then let's talk to Kelsey.
My top, but pick one. Pick one. Okay. I'm doing Pandan and Thin Mint.
You didn't even
because
have Thin Mints.
still that good.
That's hilarious.
Still that good. Second's Gibraltar and Caramel Delights, and third is the lemonades with the hibiscus tea.
Great.
Yeah.
And
I
Andy?
gave you 3.
Yeah.
Bring us home, Andy.
The general cookie lovers are gonna hate this, but I'm gonna say that I actually think that I'm on board with the shortbread, lemon icing, and hibiscus as my
Really?
number one.
Really?
I feel like from a pairing point of
The
view,
notes
that's really interesting. It's really delicious.
Great.
That's it.
Dreamy.
All right. Great stuff. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Hey everyone, we wanted to give a quick shout out to our patrons. These are our 25 and up a month Essential as Oil patrons, starting with Adam Bush,
Allison Nelson,
Avro Griffiths,
Andy and Darlene Girton,
Avery Starr,
Monty Galindo,
Brandon Schoenberger,
Carrie Teague,
Christopher and Bridget Finland,
Code 2 Grow,
Courtney Eibling,
Demarius Diaz Stevens,
Daniel Owens,
Dave and Melissa Cox,
Dave Hoagland,
Dustin Daly,
Jason and Francis White,
Jen Thurk,
Jessica Hanrahan,
Jonathan Rivera,
Jordan Cowan,
Juliana Smith,
Lori Amos,
Lauren and Nick Rachel,
Matt and Sam Slosdom,
Michelle Carlson,
Nicole Carose,
Nick Cordell,
Norman Perron,
Preston and Rachel Wilson,
Rachel Kennedy,
Raina Camps,
Robert and Nellie Capen,
Scott Elliott,
Stephen Mina.
And Tiffany
Tiffany
Payne.
Payne. Thank
Thanks,
you,
everybody. We
everyone.
appreciate you.